Hi guys. So for today's reading, we are going to be taking a deep dive into your shadow self. And remember, don't shoot the messenger because this messenger does shoot back, and if you don't like it, too bad. Anyway, just saying, if you don't want truth given back to you, then don't say fucked up shit to me on my channel. Sorry. I definitely have a habit of forcing people to look in the mirror whether they want to or not. And you can call that a shadow aspect, but I'm not really afraid of my shadows. I've made friends with them. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy this reading, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a timestamp, a donation, hit the super thanks button. All those things really help me out, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you who are here to support me on my path as I'm here to support you on yours. Please remember that I am here to support you on your path, but I am not here to be your punching bag. And if somebody told you certain things that you didn't like hearing, how would you react? So don't get mad at me for expressing my truth in a calm fashion. Let's get started with pile one. For pile one, a dive into your shadow side. I feel like some of you in pile one have some addiction issues that you may be facing. Maybe even some talking too much issues. Libra, Leo, maybe even some issues with the law or pride or ego. You are very, very intelligent, but at times this may make you a little bit harsh and judgmental of other people. You may think that everyone's just stupid because they don't know the answers. Well, they're not stupid. Everybody's intelligent in their own way. You may look at things on the surface and not really delve deeper to find out what's actually underneath at times. And you could be somebody who strives far too hard to please other people, and so you may be very indecisive when it comes to making decisions because you want to make the decision that makes everyone happy, and you're never going to make everyone happy. There's always going to be somebody that's upset no matter what you're doing. So be authentically you and let the masks fall away. You're definitely somebody who could be a very good leader. You're very courageous, very bold, very upfront. Sometimes you may come off as confrontational to other people. And you definitely love to talk, but sometimes you may talk a little too much and not listen enough, or you may spread a lot of gossip or things like that. Focus on speaking the things that are most important. PP loan, FN. Some of you may have spending habits that are a little out of control too. N, Tata for now, TTFN, just came to mind. Q, D, Tigger. No, that is not mine. That is Tigger's. Z, Y, A, Zap, Fan, Q, G, confusing. G-U, Y, Guy, D, Guy's my age. Good song. H-N, D, Hand, Handy, J, Jan, Hank. Some of you may have two very distinct sides to yourself as well. You may switch between two different personalities almost, and they're completely opposite of each other because you may actually go from people pleasing 1 minute to fuck you, I'm doing things my way because this is how I want to do it the next. Handyman, Frying Pan. Ooh, Hot Damn by Ivy Levine. Might be a good song for you guys to listen to as well. Funny. Oh, he's a funny guy. You may get a little bit upset sometimes at jokes that people are speaking because of hurt or pain that is buried underneath there, or feeling like they are personally talking to you and taking it very personal. Of course, sometimes you can actually feel when people mean what they're saying and when they're actually joking about it. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what else we have here. Love comes easily. Healing comes easily. Everything unfolds naturally. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I am strong. I am stable. I am amazing. My channel is growing, my money is growing, people around me are honest, the lies are all exposed, truth is seen, love is felt, hate falls away. Pain is receding, I don't care about the judgments and opinions of others, the liars will be seen through. Energy vampires, projectors, manipulators, get what's coming, and so do I. I deserve peace. I deserve success. I deserve a vacation free of the BS. I am open. I am vulnerable. I am awake. I am aware. I am courageous, diligent, responsible, reliable, fair, grounded, loyal, and authentic. I remove more masks and love each layer that I uncover. This energy spreads, and everyone around me will start doing this as well. So, daily affirmations of who you want to be and where you want to go is going to get you very far. Trying to let go of the hate, the hurt, the pain, any gossip or drama that you've dealt with, any of that is going to be very important for you moving forward. You may be facing a little bit of control issues as well as trust issues. And right now you're being asked to take that leap of faith to come out of that, to surrender and to allow things to unfold the way they're meant to unfold, and to just be okay with things as they are right now, including yourself, who does have a shadow side that you are currently working on. So you should be proud of yourself because you're here watching this video. And trust me, not everybody is here watching this video to learn more about themselves and face those mirrors so they can heal. Nature's medicine. Microdosing of shrooms has been known to help with anxiety, depression, and PTSD, CPTSD as well. It's been one of the most effective forms of treating our veterans. Actually, black Afghani weed, I feel like, would be very effective as well because it's like the most bubbly, happy weed you can find. But anyway. You might be a little bit too much of a jokester sometimes, and it could actually come off as a bit cruel. You could definitely be somebody who really loves animals, but you may allow too much freedom to those animals to the point that you get irritated with them because they are not behaving when you've never taught them how to behave. You've taught them how to behave the way they're behaving right now. You may kind of give a lot of people the side eye and kind of judge them a little too harshly without looking deeper as well. And so that's something to work on, maybe opening your mind a little bit, broadening your perspective a little bit, and refusing to judge a book by its cover. There was one time when I was in a group home. I got put in this group home because of the abusive foster parents that me and my younger siblings were staying with. And since I reported them, they told the foster care agency that I was running around with a bunch of guys sneaking out in the middle of the night doing all kinds of drugs and drinking and all kinds of shit that I wasn't doing. And so the first 3 days I spent asking why I was in that stupid house. And she kept, I don't know. Why do you think you're here? Finally, she's like, do you really want to know? Yes, I really want to know. And so she told me that. And I was like, well, you know what? I wasn't doing any of that. And she's like, well, you know what? By looking at you, I'm pretty sure that they were right. You were doing all of that stuff. I can tell just by looking at you and the way that you dress. Oh, really? You shouldn't be judging a book by a cover. And I was still being nice at this point. I was like, you know, you really shouldn't judge a book by its cover because you never know what's actually underneath that cover. And she's like, well, who would you think I was if you were judging me by my cover? I was like, you look like the sweetest kindergarten teacher on the planet, but you're a fucking bitch. So I guess I'm right. We shouldn't be judging books by their cover. And that's the whole thing. You know, you never know what you're going to unwrap underneath the first layer. So take some time to delve into things a bit deeper. Try to put aside the trust issues, the control issues, and just allow yourself to be more open and more at peace when dealing with other people around you. 7 of Cups, the Magician, King of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, the Whale, and the Earthworm. So you have so many options in front of you that sometimes it may be extremely hard to choose exactly which way to go. There's definitely a lot of emotional healing that needs to take place here, so focus on diving down deep inside of yourself, finding that compassion, that empathy, that understanding that care and that love for you, and that will extend outside of you as well. You definitely have all the tools, skills, and abilities necessary to be able to create the life that you desire, but you may waste a lot of that energy on creating illusions and fantasies, on creating things that just don't hold up because they are only surface level. You definitely leave a lot of positivity and a lot of fertile soil in your wake from all the growth that you are making and the movements you're making forward. At the same time, remember that everything is not about money, and everything is not about the superficial, the top layer. Everything doesn't have to be grounded all the time. There's going to be a bit of crazy, and that's okay. You're definitely somebody who is working hard to become a provider, a protector. You're very solid, stable, grounded. Somebody who really tries to make the best decisions for everyone involved in a situation. You're very loyal, committed, honest, straightforward, trustworthy. But in order to have people in your life, you have to be able to trust them too, and not just yourself. You're definitely good at making connections and connecting with people. But I feel like sometimes the amount of options that you have in front of you can confuse you as to what decision you need to make. And you may try to make the decision that makes others happy instead of making the decision that's best for you. So that is what I have for this pile. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And, yes, you can enjoy a look in the mirror. And sometimes you don't. I mean, shit, if you didn't, you didn't. But anyway, if you guys did, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a timestamp, a donation, or hit that super thanks button. All those things really help me out, and I appreciate you all so much for supporting me on my path as I'm here to support you on yours. Thank you for that, and I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. A deep dive into your shadow side. Do. Capricorn, ambitious. Cancer, Libra, Cancer again, and Cancer again, imaginative. You could definitely come up with a lot of stories in your mind that cause you to be fearful of the world around you at times. You may create a lot of mountains out of molehills. You may have a lot of emotional baggage that you're carrying around with you, and you may have a lot of walls built up around your heart as well. You could be a little bit of a pushover. Your boundaries may be a little bit lax, and you may spend your time trying to make the world happy instead of and taking care of everyone else but yourself. Martyr energy is coming through a bit. You could even be dealing with some sort of addictions as well because of the emotional turmoil that you are going through or have been through. A lot of your shadow sides have to do with your past trauma, your past abuse, your past hurt and pain. There could even be something going on right now with the law or with something along those lines that could be causing you extra of that. Or you could be holding out and waiting for something to happen to take care of the problems that are going on in front of you instead of taking the actions necessary to create that balance yourself. Sometimes we are karma and we can't just wait on karma. W-I-E, Wiener, N-Y, weenie. You may be a little bit overly sensitive at times, but that's just because you take everything so personally. Your self-esteem and your self-love may be very low at this moment in time. Same with your self-respect. And so you allow a lot of things to fly that you shouldn't be allowing to fly. And then you may end up blowing up on people, and it could be like a giant hurricane that comes crashing down on everybody around you. Y-O-J-P, Poppy, Z-H-W, D, whiny, N, done, Dawn, Jones, keeping up with the Jones, wide, wine, win, pin, pony, I want a pony. I don't remember what that's off of right now, and that's really the only words I'm getting, but I want. Pining, pine. Joy. You. Wind, windy. So let's see. Got that. Vigilante justice. Drowning. One up. So your shadow side is wanting a new life instead of the one that you're living in currently. The only way that you're going to get a new life is by creating that new life. You may be drowning in a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of heartbreak, focusing far too much on what people are going to get and what's coming to them instead of focusing on healing and growing and expanding your own life. You could just feel like you're there for everybody's service all the time, and that people stomp all over you and take out all their frustrations on you. You need to start setting up boundaries, and you need to start expressing to people that it is not okay that they treat you that way. You are so calm and serene. Your beauty is so deep. You are far from a surface level of beauty and far from shallow as well. You are so flexible and adaptable. I don't think there's a challenge that you couldn't face. You are so optimistic and hopeful. You have faced treachery and hardship with such grace and integrity. You light the world up around you, and you truly inspire others. Your leadership is always through action. You teach others so much just by being you. Truly, madly, deeply, Savage Garden. I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. You are so special to me. I am willing to go where you lead. Lead on, my dear. So it's time for you to step up into a leadership position instead of feeling like you need to follow everyone else and follow their lead and make them happy. You need to start stepping out on your own and creating your own lead and going where what makes you happy. And you're going to show other people how to do that as well as you're doing it. And this actually came out in my live collective reading today as well. So if you guys feel drawn to go watch that too. There was a lot of good things about everything that you are going through right now in that reading. And I have like 200 papers here and mixed them all up, and this one came out for this reading. So definitely go watch that reading if you feel drawn to. 9 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Judgment, Turtle, and the Elephant. So impatience could also be something that you may be dealing with very heavily. Not really sure what you want, what to go after, putting your eggs in so many different baskets because you're really unsure of which direction you should go. But the only reason you're unsure of which direction you should go is because you haven't let go of what anybody else thinks, their thoughts, their judgments, their opinions, their BS, what's going to make them happy. No, it's what's going to make me happy. What do I feel like I want to do? What inspires me? What gets me going? And what moves me? What drives me? What do I have fun doing when I'm doing it? What do I enjoy creating in this world? And creating it without fear and no longer worrying about whether or not people are going to accept you as you are, because as you are fucking beautiful. Shadow side included. You have learned a lot, you have grown a lot, you have a lot of wisdom inside of you, and you know exactly how to work slow and steady. And slow and steady wins the race. You know this. You may be very afraid that the hard, strong, solid effort you're putting in right now towards some project that you're working on is not going to pay off, but it definitely is. And you need to start believing in yourself more and seeing yourself as the beauty that you are, because you are definitely beautiful. So that's what I have for you guys, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys thought about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, who these people you're dealing with could be, and I really appreciate you guys being here. If you guys enjoyed this reading, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. leave a timestamp or a donation or hit that super thanks button. All those things help me out so much, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you who gives back for what I'm here giving to you. So thank you so much for that. And I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. So for you guys, let's see. Sagittarius, optimistic. Libra. Leo, generous. I wanted to say courageous, but that's Aries. Scorpio. So, what is your guys' shadow side that you are currently dealing with? Hidden pride and ego, possibly? Not wanting to show who you are to the world, not wanting to show your hands, wanting to keep everything very private, which means that nobody is seeing anything that you're working on. Nobody's sabotaging it but you. Try not to take things personal when everything doesn't work out, when you show those things, or when people do messed up things because you put those things out there. Some of you could actually have a very strong problem with authority as well. You're definitely somebody who stands out from the crowd, and you definitely love attention. But you keep yourself in a very mysterious front. So you may feel like you have only superficial connections for a lot of you, because you don't let anybody any deeper than that. You may actually be very worried that whoever they are is not who they present themselves to be. And a lot of that is because you are not presenting the truth of you. B-O-B, Bob. A, Boba. O-S, sob, siblings. I, G, G-I. T, bot, bat, sat, sit, lit. L, H, hat, halt, holt. C, chokehold. K, sick. S, Q. Some of you could actually even be dealing with extremely abusive pasts physically, and you may be dealing with a lot of allowing things to bubble up until you lash out on people in that way. So learning how to address your problems up front in a straightforward way is really going to help, as well as healing the root of that issue. MS, multiple sclerosis. UY, you may also be in a lot of pain, especially from your past abuse if you went through a lot of physical abuse. J, K, say. Chat, bat, mat, doormat, Chuck, Chuck E. Cheese's. Kids, kiss, curse. You may be really trying to break that cycle in your life so that you don't hand it down to those that you love, or you may have even chosen not to have children because you didn't want to do the same to them as was done to you, but you may still be doing the same, just not to your own kids. Cost, at what cost? Don't worry about what things cost. Worry about what it would cost to not do the things that are good for you. Some of you may be thinking about starting therapy, and that will definitely be a very good thing for you. And it doesn't matter what money goes into it, because you're going to get just as much out of it as you put into it. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, I can't afford that. Oh, I can't afford healing services of any kind. Well, you can afford everything else that's not so good for you. So if you can afford all those things, you can afford the healing that's good for you as well. It's all in whether or not you find it worth it. And if you find it worth it enough to put that money towards it, then guess what? You're going to benefit from it a lot more than somebody who doesn't. Sax, music. Magic happens unexpectedly. Unexpectedly, there's going to be some skeletons coming out of the closet in the near future as well. Maybe you unexpectedly release or expose a lot of things on a regular basis. You may even use others as a sacrificial lamb. Some of you could make yourself the sacrificial lamb to the point that you end up lashing out at everybody because you've been everybody's beating stick for so long. See what else we have. Contract severed, lies revealed. No more waiting for the other shoe to drop. Word has spread. You will come to no harm. The song Protector is coming to mind. I'll be your protector. You are safe spiritually and physically. Live your life. It's too short to waste. Remember what fun is and start to have some again. So you could be hiding yourself away from the world because you're afraid that you're going to be hurt. You're afraid of the lies that people have spoke. You're afraid of what everyone's thinking or feeling or whatever the case may be. Know that all these things have been exposed. The contracts that you were working on have been severed, and everything is going to turn out just fine. You are definitely spiritually protected, and it's time to really live your life with no worries or fear. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, definitely a lot of fear-based energy going on in this pile too. It has proven right too many times not to. No more caring what others think or demanding proof. Find the proof if necessary, but act on it if you already have it. How many times were you proven right? When wrong, how was that feeling different? This is how discernment is developed. You have learned so much. It's now time to put it to use. So, the messages your intuition is giving you when you're in a state of peace and calm are the most reliable messages. Sometimes, yes, those messages that come in when we're afraid, those ones are true too. But sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's paranoia. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's anxiety creating imaginative happenings inside of our mind. And the way that we learn what is real and what isn't when it comes to our intuition is by going through all the things that you have had to go through. And so now you are more developed than you would have been before. So make sure that you are not upset about the things that you had to go through to get here, but grateful for the lessons you learned to become who you are. Stop mistaking loneliness for love. Breadcrumbing and ghosting is causing you obsession. This is not love. This is a trap. Remember, most of them have their own issues of abandonment or self-hate that is causing them to turn away from love. So don't hate them for it. Just move away from them. Let it go. You can't fix this one. So, your shadow side may actually be having you latch on to a very abusive partner as well, whether that's physically or whether that's emotionally, mentally, things like that. And a lot of that could be because of your past pattern of behavior or your past abandonment issues or, not wanting to be alone. Whatever the case may be, it's time to let this go, and it's time to focus on yourself and your own healing and loving you. Loving you the way that you wish this person would, and loving yourself that way. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, the Hermit, and the Sun. There may be a bit of emotional immaturity that is driving you forward. You may really be living in a state of imagining a beautiful future with someone, and this beautiful future is not going to happen in this shitty ass situation. It's dark. It's despairing. It's pain-filled, hurt-filled, hate-filled, sadness, loss. Once you decide to start imagining beauty coming into your life and letting go of all that negative bullshit and leaving it behind, once you take action to take some space and time for yourself, you're really going to find a lot more happiness within yourself. It's time to act on what your dreams are telling you. It's time to act on what your feelings are telling you. And it's time to level up emotionally as well. There is a lot of happiness to be found around you. You do not need a partner for that. Yes, it's nice to have a partner, but it is not something that you need. And in fact, when you need that partner, that's how you end up in the codependent situations you're in right now, pining after somebody that doesn't give a flying fuck, or vice versa, having somebody pine after you when you don't give a flying fuck. The Frog and the Tiger. Cry over the lost dreams. Allow yourself to feel that pain and release it. It's time for cleansing. It's time for healing. A nice long walk at nighttime is going to help you as well and will help to get you more balanced and in alignment with your intuition. Know that this person is not evil for what they're doing to you. This person's hurt too. And this person is reacting in the ways that they know how to with the tools that they have at their disposal. And they're doing the best they can just like you are. But both of you are hurting each other, and it's time to let it go so that you can heal. So, that is what I have for this pile. And if you guys enjoyed this reading, I would absolutely love if you guys could like, share, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear about your story, what you're going through, who this person is, how you're dealing with it, things like that. Sharing your story helps you to heal, and it helps others to heal too. And it's pretty much an anonymous zone. So don't feel like you shouldn't be doing that. Or leave a timestamp, a donation, or hit the super thanks button. All of those are great ways that you can give back for the energetic healing sessions I bring you guys regularly. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you who are here to support me on my path as I'm here to support you on yours. So thank you so much for that. And I hope you all have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.